James from Vintage Bricks, and we are going vintage today. We're going back to a Blacktron set from 1988, the Renegades, and this ship was the pinnacle of bad guy spacecraft. The first bad guy theme I think Lego had, but certainly not the last for the years to come. Over the next few weeks I'll be going over the 6 Blacktron sets and kind of make sets out of this amazing space theme. So let's get going. Let's start by going over the features of the Renegade. Let's spin this around, bad boy around there. It's asymmetrical. Isn't that menacing? I can see why the 8-year-olds were scared of this thing. But remember, they had the smiley faces, so nothing to be scared about at all. This is fun to play with. What a striking set. With some of these photos you can see how this really became a all-time space classic. Okay, it comes in sections here. When you build it, you build these sections and then they all snap together. What a clever way. So I think, make some of these different sets interchangeable in some way. This is where our Land Rover is. So the Blacktrons can get out and do some raiding of the Futurons. It snaps right in there very securely. Then the back folds together to hold it, and we put these massive engines on. These things were, they weren't quiet, but they could, go warp speed. Captain Kirk would be proud of that. And kind of tie it together right there. Now on the front here, we have to put on, oh, that's really good there. That is our antenna. And I think they have these gun systems up there with the radar. Okay, we'll see this a little more in a second, but that's the front canopy, and it has the wings that swing in and out. Very characteristic of a lot of these Blacktron sets. Moving pieces and snap-on pieces. Okay, there's the bad boy right there. Translucent yellow is absolutely stunning. We'll spin it around. If you saw this coming in the atmosphere, you'd be giving up all your goods. I'll show you the canopy here. The canopy does go up and down. These yellow-black is certainly the hallmark of this Blacktron set here. Now they have these side guns on the side here, and you have these controls here. They get up on here, and they can put their visor down so they could, they wouldn't have to worry about the atmosphere with their tanks on. And then they have, of course, a close-up of our radar array here, maybe a communication tower. Oh, maybe it helped guide the missiles they'd fire out. So anyway, a really, really great build. Oh yeah, I can't forget the little scooter. I think you let the Blacktron sneak into Futuron bases at night to do a little robbery. The minifigures, take a look at the minifigures. Mask down, mask up. Apparently, these guys were too scary for the kids, back in the late 80s, because they hadn't seen bad guy Legos before, before the Star Wars Lego and all of that, because, they said, okay, they may be black, they may be scary, but at least we'll show the happy smiley face at the time. And in this theme, we not a lot of variation. They were a pretty, monocultured sort of guys, and they also had the nice little air tanks on the black air tanks on the back with the black hands. These boxes really were works of art. Look how nice that is with the Renegade on the front there with a little scooter. It flips up like these often did at this era. And the little boy playing inside, thinking, how can I build an alternate build? It's going to be pretty tough for you. Maybe have your dad help you with that. And you'll flip it over, and on the back it shows you how it clicks together. And very characteristic of this set, which I love that feature, so you can kind of mix and match the parts a little bit there. Next we'll move on to the, this is the instructions. And in the bottom are, they kind of show how these different sets interact, and you can click those together too. Well, let's do a little history. The first space sets came out in 1978. Then the Futuron, the Blacktrons came on about 10 years later as our evil set, which we see. There's 6 main sets, which were really very nice collection here. The little monitor, the little AT-AT, which is it's kind of Star Wars kind of thing here. the Invader. This was redone recently by Lego. It's reimagined. And of course the Batrix, their prime ground vehicle. And then there's the Renegade. And then their huge base. Hey, I'm going to be reviewing all of these pretty soon, so stay tuned to Vintage Bricks for that. Well, then after the Blackrons came the Space Police, and they had to arrest the Blackrons when they got out of line. Sometimes they would look buddies if they just kind of obeyed the rules. Like here, they were waved to each other in the bottom left there. You know, they were could be friendly. Here's like a nice. I told you the Space Police were after us. If they capture them, they put them in their Space Police vehicles and take them off to detention until they could be freed by the Blackrons. Well, thanks for visiting Vintage Bricks. Hey, please subscribe if you get a chance, and we'll continue on with our Blacktron sets next week. Thank you.